Hello, it's your boy MrCV. I'm back with another special video, and I'm back on Wahala Wednesday. Obviously, you know me already. It's been a while since I did Wahala Wednesday, and obviously you know I love my Wahala Wednesday. It's a chance for me to share my thoughts on different things that are happening, or things I've heard, or things that have been around me as well. And also it's a chance as well to share one or two of my knowledge and my opinions. Like I always say, our opinions is not 100%, so obviously don't take it with a pinch of salt, and it's just my thoughts and my perspective on how I see the situation, or how I see the scenario. But anyways, you know already, Wahala Wednesday, like I always say, Wahala Wednesday, which simply means there's so much problems. Problems is part of life, and problem is one of those things that we as human beings, we just have to deal with. And even if you get through one problem, there's another problems around the corner, or there are other problems around the corner that are waiting for you. So it's just part of it. And like I always say in pidgin English, Wahala no finish. And truly, Wahala doesn't finish, problems doesn't finish. And just some prayers that I just thought, let me say, that I was saying to someone yesterday. Some people have bought land that has landed them in trouble, so I pray you don't buy lands that land you inside trouble. I also pray as well that the only pain you see is champagne. Now I'm not saying you guys should go and be drinking alcohol or doing that, but it's just the play of words that I just thought, let me just put it there as well. But anyways, I'm gonna go straight into it. Like I always say, when I go straight into this video, I'm gonna do one pidgin English and also one Yoruba. And today I actually want to do something different too. I'm gonna try and add another proverb from another country. Also as well, you know me, if you've been watching my videos, I love my proverbs because they give me a didactic purpose, and also you can apply some of these things to life itself. You can apply some of these things to what you're going through. So please bear with me and keep watching. So the first proverb that I'm going to go into is a pidgin English one. I've already done this one in my last video that I did in Wahala Wednesday. Was Connie man die, Connie man bury him, which means it takes a thief to catch another, which means obviously to catch a thief, or they always say if you want to catch a monkey, you have to behave like a monkey as well. The next one, I know this one, a lot of people have been using this word. Even people that are non-Nigerians, they be using this word, and that word is called nyash. But here it says, "He don't take when nyash day for back." Oh, he don't take when nyash day for back, and it simply means there's nothing new under the sun. And also means as well, whatever you're going through, whether good or bad, lots of people have gone through it before, so you're not going to be the first person. So if you're going through such a tough time at this moment, and you think to yourself, oh, you're not going to get through it, you're not going to, no, trust me, you are going to get through it, because someone else has gone through it before you and they managed to get through. So keep positive and trust me, everything will be fine. We don't take when yash they fall back. The next one, the Yoruba one, I need to remember. I've done the late Latin cash, or the society begins at home. That was my last one. The person that eat late will not eat spoiled food. Now I'm gonna go into today's one. He says, my Yoruba, oh my god. God, I need a Yoruba teacher that can help me read Yoruba. I actually do. It says, ewu beloko longe fu ara ewu ni. Wow, sorry man, I didn't read that properly. I know that I didn't read that properly, but ewu means danger anyway. Wow, sorry guys, man, I'm so bad. Okay, I'm gonna try and read that again. But anybody that can read Yoruba brilliantly, please let me know, drop in the comment section, and maybe I might get you or that person to come and read these Yorubas for me, because trust me, I'm struggling. Ewun beloko longe. So okay, ewun beloko ewu no ewu beloko longe fún ara rẹ̀ ewu ni. I finally got it. I finally read it. Ewu belo. Ewu beloko longe. So that means there is danger at Longe's farm. Longe furare ewuni. That means even Longe itself is danger. Wow. the translation of it is there's danger at Longe's farm. So Longe is a name of a Yoruba legend. I actually don't know, I didn't know that, but I'm going to search who he is. Longe himself is danger. So meaning is you should be extremely careful of situations that have a past history of danger. Wow. You should be extremely careful of situations that have a past history of danger. Wow. Even that itself, I don't even know the meaning. I can't even break it down for you guys. Let me try and work it out to see what it means. You should be extremely careful of the situation that have a past history. So I think what it means, if someone else can help me break it down to know what it means, do. But I think what it means is something that's happened to you in the past. If you got burnt before, definitely don't go back to that situation. Once bitten, twice shy. I think that's what they say. It means that if something's happened to you before where there's danger, just be extremely careful, because if you go back there again, if you manage to get out of that situation at the beginning, be grateful, be thankful. But if you manage to put yourself back into that situation the second time, you might never make it out of that situation. It might even be worse than the first time, and I think that's what it means. Give me a quick second, let me just check what true Longe is, because Longe is a Yoruba legend. So I'm just going to search who Longe is. Okay, let me just find out. This is for people that don't even know. So even me myself, I didn't know. So I'm also learning as well. That's why I said with a lot of these things is a form of learning for myself. Even my Yoruba, I've got to learn as well, because I need to read Yoruba even better. But let me find out who Longe is. So give me a second. Wow. It says here, in Yoruba mythology, Longe, meaning of the slender one. So slender means you're slim. Is a name often associated with a proverb, which I just read that proverb. Ewumbe loko longe furare ewuni. Meaning there's danger at Longe's farm. Longe itself is danger. Emphasizing caution in situations with a history of danger. Here is a more detailed breakdown, which I'm going to say. More of the lessons anyway. The proverb serves as a cautionary tale, emphasizing the importance of being extremely careful in situations or places that have past history of danger, as danger may come from the situation itself or from person associated with it, which is exactly what I was trying to say. To be honest with you, I don't know how I figure out some of these things, but I do. Which basically what I was trying to say is that if something has happened before, if you got burnt once, be very careful not to get burnt again. If a situation happened before where you've managed to get out successfully, if you go back to that situation, it might be even more dangerous. So be very, very careful. Like I said, I don't even know who Longe is, but we learn every day, and I've managed to also learn about Longe as well. So yeah, fantastic. Now I'm going to go straight into, no, actually before I do that, I said I was going to do another proverb from somewhere around the world. Before I do that, the name Longe is common in Ibadan. Ibadan is a city in Nigeria. So Ibadan is a city in Nigeria in the southwestern region. Ibadan is the capital and most populous city of Oyo State. So Oyo, it's the third largest city by population in Nigeria after Lagos and Kano. I've never been to Ibadan actually, but hopefully one day I'll be able to go there and see how it's like. So Longe is a common name in Ibadan as well. So that's me done on that part. I'm going to go into my main Wahala Wednesday. So keep watching, stay tuned, and I'm sure you've learned one or two things. Actually, sorry about that. Before I go into my main Wahala Wednesday, I'm going to look for one proverbs from around the world, because I think that's where I'm going to start. As I'm already doing Nigerian, which is African, so let me do one African proverb for you. It says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Wow. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. It's an African proverb, and I'm just going to use my own initiative to work it out. So it means obviously 2 heads is better than 1, basically. If you want to do things, if you want to go a longer way, it's better to go together. It's better to push each other. But if you want to go fast, go alone, because obviously nobody's going to be stopping you. I'm just going to leave it like that. That's it. If you know the meaning, if you think you can work out what this proverb means, please drop in the section. Or if you think any of the proverbs that I said, you have a different interpretation or different meaning, drop it into the comment section. So I'm going to leave it there, and then I'm going to go straight into our Wahala Wednesday. So I'm gonna go straight into my Wahala Wednesday. I've got a book of problems here. There's too many problems in life, and like I always say in Yoruba, wahala tipoju, and like I always say in Pidgin English, wahala no dey finish, because there are problems in this world. The thing about life as well, which I've realized recently, like everybody's going through their own problems. Trust me, everybody's going through their own problems. You might think what you're going through is tough, but trust me, when you meet other people as well and you hear their problems, trust me, you'll be kneeling down and being grateful to God that what you're even going through is not even as bad as it is. But obviously, like I said, problems is just part of life. Let me go straight into it. So the first one, my friend left his belongings at my place. I asked him numerously to come and take it, but he ignored. One day, he decided to turn up at my house without informing me. Should I open the door or not? Now, obviously, if you leave your belongings at someone's place, obviously, it's your duty to obviously inform the other person, to communicate with the other person that this is when you are going to come and collect your things. Now, obviously, things happen. It might have been some certain things might have happened. That's the reason why you've not gone to pick up your things. I don't know. Obviously, that's between both of you guys. But if that person has messaged you and you've been ignoring them constantly, after a certain while, by law, they're allowed to decide what they want to do with your belongings, because they've given you notice, they've messaged you, you ignored them. So I don't understand, you want them to keep your stuff forever? And on top of it as well, what about if they needed to move and still you haven't collected your belongings? Obviously that's not going to be on them. But on top of it as well, after ignoring them when they've messaged you to come and collect your belongings, and then you just automatically just turn up at their door without communicating with them, for me personally, whether you decide to open a door for them or not is at your own discretion. So if you feel like, listen, I've been texting you for all this while, I've been calling you to come and pick up your stuff, you don't want to communicate with me, you don't want to make an arranged timing or fixed timing to come and pick up your things, and then you just decide to turn up, I have every right not to open the door for you, because I wasn't expecting you to come, you didn't tell me you was going to come, you didn't communicate with me you're going to come, so I have every right to not open the door for you. But if I also decide within myself that, oh, I want you to take your things and stop disturbing me or disturbing that person, then that's also my right as well. So it's up to me. But personally, I believe that's why they say communication is key. And I believe if you're both matured adults and you've got your belongings somewhere else, you should communicate with the other person and let them know that this is the timing that I want to come and pick up my things. If that other person is not communicating with you, then that's on them. But if they've communicated with you numerously and still you're not communicating with them, then that's on you. So you can't just turn up at people's house and then automatically think, yeah, you can collect your belongings. No, that's not how things are done. Things are done with procedure, and things are done with communication as well. So if you are in this situation, please just communicate with the other person. Let the other person know that this is the time you're coming to collect it, and both of you fix an agreed time, and then it just makes life easy for everybody. So that's my thought on it. If you have a different thought, drop in the comment section. The next one is, I left my first baby mama. Drama happened with my second baby mama. I and my third baby mama got back and things were happening. I made it clear I don't want any more children, and if there was a baby, we wouldn't keep it. Fast forward, she got pregnant and I expected her to follow the agreement, but she said she will keep the baby. What should I do? Wow, this is a very tricky situation, because obviously there is a rise in baby mamas, baby dads this day and age, because obviously there's a lot of situations that happen within marriages. Obviously marriages, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and obviously people decide to go their own way, and it's not an issue at all. My mom always say marriage is a contract, and sometimes within that contract, if that contract is not working for either party, or for whatever reason, or you both decide to go your own way, hopefully it should be done in a civil way. But obviously sometimes in theory, that's what should happen. In reality, it's not what happens. But anyways, going back to this one, he's left his first baby mama, then he now got another person. So he remarried, or he got into a relationship with another person. So the other person he got into a relationship with, they both agreed within themselves that obviously they don't want a child at that particular moment, that they don't want any pregnancy. But lo and behold, the second person he got into a relationship with, she now got pregnant, which means now he's got 2 baby mamas. But obviously their agreement from the beginning was if they got pregnant, they wouldn't keep the pregnancy. All of a sudden the lady said she's going to keep the pregnancy. Now he doesn't know what to do. This is a very, very tricky situation when it comes to obviously pregnancy, child, and things like that. Obviously if the lady decides that she wants to keep the pregnancy, you have to respect that decision. Obviously I know there's an agreement in place, and it's up to you really. If you decide that okay, she wants to keep the pregnancy, you guys want to work things out, you guys want to be together, fantastic. Obviously if you also decide that okay, you want to go your separate ways, obviously your responsibility now is towards the child. There's not much you really can do. Obviously if she decides that she wants to keep the pregnancy, like I've mentioned before, there's nothing much really you can do, because at the end of the day she's the one carrying the pregnancy, and on top of it as well, it's her body as well. So there's nothing really much you can do in that situation. You just have to find out what do you really want to do. Honestly, this is a very, very tricky situation. It's one of those situations that is when you're in it, that's when you will be able to find a better solution. Some situations you have to be in it, because a lot of people these days, I realize a lot of people talk, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, oh, you made the wrong decision, yeah. But when they get into that situation, they know how tough it is to make a decision. Honestly, like I've already mentioned, using my own little knowledge or little wisdom, which is if she decides that she wants to keep the pregnancy, honestly, there's nothing much really you can do. Like I said, the only options you can do is respect her decision, and obviously try and be there. If you guys want to continue the relationship, fantastic. Your priority and your responsibility is towards the child, and do your priorities and responsibilities as well. The third one, I went to celebrate Christmas with a friend of mine. On my way leaving, the girlfriend complained I am the first of his friends he's introduced her to. They began dating 3 months ago. She made so many complaints and it was back and forth. I got tired. Should I have got involved? Wow. They say when it comes to matters between a wife and a husband, or 2 lovebirds or 2 partners, they said you shouldn't put your mouth in. That moment where they're arguing, you might think they hate each other, you might think they don't love each other, you might think they're going to separate. And then when you start to put your mouth in, when they say put your mouth in, they mean intervene. If they now got back together after all the dramas that they've displayed in front of you, you end up looking like a fool. The best thing is leave them to it and let them sort out their own issues and decide what it is for them. Eventually, if they break up due to your intervention, you will be the one that they will blame, because they will say to you, you're the one that broke them up. Even though you're not the one that broke them up, you just gave your own thoughts into it. On this matter, it says they've been dating together for 3 months. The guy hasn't introduced any of his friends to her. For me, 3 months is still quite early, and obviously the guy is going to have lots of friends, and if you're patient, of course he's going to eventually introduce to his friends. So just be patient. In terms of the complaints and all these things like that, there's a lot of situation that's built up. Maybe the girl has felt, oh, she's tried to speak to the guy, he's not really listening. Or maybe if he has 1 or 2 friends that the guy listens to, or 1 or 2 people that she knows that the guy listens to, she can be able to voice out those complaints, and then they will be able to speak to his friends and they'll be able to see changes. But if you go there to celebrate Christmas, for me, I'll just say focus on that celebration of Christmas. Anything concerning the dispute between both of them, honestly, I'll say don't get involved. If they ask you for your thoughts, then you can give your thoughts, or you can try to be objective as much as possible. But if they don't ask you, I'll be honest with you, don't get involved at all. And I've always been told, when there's a dispute between 2 people in a relationship or 2 married people, the best thing is not to get involved at all. So those are my 3 Wahala Wednesdays as well. So I'm going to leave it like that. Thank you guys as well for listening, thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for your support as well. Wahala Wednesday is something that I enjoy. It's something that I like sharing my thoughts and opinion on. So keep watching, keep supporting your boy Mr. CV, and until next time, take care.